What's up everyone, Boschee here, and today we're going to talk about 6 human needs everyone has and how it actually affects the decisions we make and how we live our lives. So what are these 6 needs and how did I even hear about them? Well, the answer is Tony Robbins. He's an awesome motivational speaker that was being interviewed, and it pretty much just came up that as he traveled the world and as he talked to his clients, he kind of realized that all these issues that people were having with motivation or just problems in their lives actually stemmed from 6 major needs that they had in their lives. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the first on that list is certainty. Everyone wants to have things in their life that they feel secure about. They never change or change very minimal. It brings a sense of security. Second is the opposite of the first, uncertainty. Always knowing what is going to happen can get really boring. Sometimes variety is just good for your life and keeps you feeling alive. Third is significance. People just want to feel unique, important, and recognized by others. It's pretty simple. Another simple one is love. This is pretty self-explanatory. Everyone has the need to feel love from family, friends, and even relationships. Fifth is growth, which is all about honing new skills or trying to reach your true potential by dedicating a lot of time into the things they believe they can master. Lastly, there's the need to contribute. This goes a wide variety of ways. It could be doing your part in a relationship, a job, it could even be community driven. I mean, as long as you feel like you're doing your part, then you're fulfilling this need. Even though there's 6 things on this list, there's actually 2 that rule them all. And what I mean by that is Tony Robbins claims that there's 90% of people that actually put these 2 things at the top of their priority list, and that is significance and certainty. So when he started to talk about this, I was like, it makes sense, right? Everyone wants to feel significant in their life, and everyone wants to be certain about the things in their life. No one wants to go day to day not knowing what's going to happen. But as he went on to explain himself, he actually painted these 2 things in a toxic way. He said that significance is actually being chased after through social media, and not what I thought, which was loved ones and relationships. But I totally saw his point. I was like, everyone wants those likes, right? I mean, look at Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. They all have that functionality. And that's pretty much what rules today. I mean, social media is such a big thing nowadays that that's how people do feel significant. They get those likes, they see that big number on their post or their content creation, and it just gives them a big boost in ego. And so I definitely can see how that becomes toxic because people start to do things that they might not normally do just for those likes. Now, if you're going to do something for your content that you normally would do or that you're going to do anyway and it gets lots of likes, then go for it. But when you start to just do things just because you see other people getting likes, then that's when you need to kind of take a step back and see why you're doing things. And for certainty, he actually said this is something that stops people from achieving their dreams. And when you actually think about it, it makes sense, right? Because no one actually knows if they are going to succeed in their dreams. Like, for example, if you wanted to start a business, I mean, you don't know how the sales are going to go. You don't know how popular it's going to be. You don't know where you're going to do it or how you're going to do it. You just want to do it because it's a dream. And with all those factors in mind, a lot of people will actually shy away from it because it's so much stress on their mind. They're so uncertain that what if this happens or what if that happens? And so people freak out. People don't like that type of thing. And I definitely understand that. But you also need to be able to kind of go out of your comfort zone and maybe try it. If it's not going to hurt you, then, why not try it? Now, things like a business, as I stated before, those are a little bit tricky because that can definitely change your lifestyle. But if it's a calculated risk, then, why not? So even though we talked about the top 2, it actually got me wondering about the other 4 and why they weren't higher, and honestly, why they weren't higher even in my life. About a year ago, Tony Robbins would have been right. I definitely had significance and certainty up there at the very top. For certainty, it made sense because I was in a good place in my life and I honestly saw no real need for too much change, and I was definitely afraid some change would have drastically had an effect on my life in a negative way, and so I felt very content and I just didn't want that to change. For significance, I felt like I was doing pretty well in relationships, and so I think at that time I was chasing it in more of the aspect, like Tony Robbins said, of social media. I saw people that I admire and that I looked up to doing very well on social media, so I think naturally I wanted to do well on social media, even though looking back at it now, it would have brought little to like no value in my life. So the reason I wanted to bring up this topic was because I found it pretty interesting on how my priorities have changed and how my views have changed on what my needs are. Like I said, a year ago I would have put certainty and significance at the very top, but currently I have growth at the very top, and I honestly don't see that going anywhere, because I feel like if you're constantly growing, then you're learning through your life and it hits every aspect and need within your life. But that's just my outlook on it, so go ahead and down in the comments below, please let me know what your top 2 needs are and if they've changed over time or if they pretty much stayed relatively the same. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you liked and enjoyed the video, and come back every Friday. I will be posting a video, and also don't forget to hit me up on my social media on Twitter and my Instagram. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!